Do you think if a team really wanted Steven Stamkos, they could trade for him today?
No, because I think the owner would step in. And I don't look. I don't know ownership of the Tampa Bay Lightning at all. I know that Julian Breezeball, the general manager, has done a good job of managing the cap. We've seen this guy. You talk about deadline deals, pull rabbits out of the hat how many times here, right? And often it worked out to Stanley Cup championships. This, for me, and this is just my opinion, I mean, there's no way Stamkos is standing in front of the cameras and talking to the media and saying what he said unless he's genuinely hurt by the lack of interest that was expressed by the organization this offseason. And every team has cap issues. Not every team, but the in the hunt for a Stanley Cup have cap issues. For Stamkos to say what he said, I just feel like that's a misstep there by management, isn't it? Like, at some point, don't you have to engage with him this offseason with Newport and say, we can't put any hard numbers. You know, our situation is. What we're telling you is that we're going to.
Okay, we got to throw you on hold, Dregs. We're losing you, man. You've been in and out. We'll see if we can get Dregs back. But like we've had this chat today, if you're not familiar with it, if you're just tuning in, Steven Stamkos addressed the media, and he's a year away from UFA status, and he admitted he was looking for contract extension. Like, he said it was very important to him, and it never happened. And not only did it not happen, he's like, we haven't had any conversations, which to me, it does feel offside. I think he deserves honesty. He doesn't deserve a guaranteed contract, a long-term contract,
and when you bring it up,
money.
You're cheesed about it.
Well, exactly. And I think he should be. He's the longest-standing Tampa Bay Lightning. He's the captain. He's won cups. He had a great year last year. He's 33. It's not like he's 43. I think Breezeball owes him honesty.
But I think in this day and age, Hayes, I don't know how many teams are going to give the Kobe contract for the championships, because you know that contract he signed. They're just not out there anymore,
and they're not shrewd. It's not smart to do that.
But here's the thing, guys. They work like Tampa works different, right? Julian Breezeball, he thinks outside the box. Like, I don't think it'll ever get to a point like Steven Stamkos. They're just not going to offer him anything. It's more going to be, hey, we've got to figure out what this looks like. You're right. I think communication could probably, Breezeball could have probably talked to the Newport group and said, you know what, just give us some time. We're working through a lot of things. But for me, how many times have we said this? Like, Tampa has been the gold standard for the way, the salary cap, for the way that they've held guys' feet to the fire. Tampa's the standard. Guys are only making $9 million. Everyone else falls in underneath. And now they take a hard stance, or they take a different stance, and we're like, you got to do this. I think they're very comfortable with the way that they like to do business.
And I don't think Breezeball has been flushing calls. If he's been doing that, I don't think
Dregs is back. Go, you've been listening to this, Dregs. Go ahead. You can respond to that.
Yeah, I tend to agree with all of it. Like, I'm not, before I lost the signal here, I'm not suggesting that Julian Breezeball purposely is trying to disrespect or tried to disrespect Steven Stamkos. That would be ridiculous to suggest. And I understand it's a business, but it does come to a time and place where with certain players, you just got to put your cards on the desk. Like, you just say to Stamkos, all right, well, or to Newport, what are you looking for? If you're looking to hit home run or a grand slam again financially in term and money, well, we're probably not going to be able to do that. But here's what we're comfortable doing is if we forecast what the future looks like. And you go through the parameters of that. And I assumed that was happening this summer. But based on Steven Stamkos saying what he said to the media today, pretty clear that didn't happen, and pretty clear that he's hurt by it.
Yeah.
And I don't think that puts the general manager in a very good spot.